Hello and thanks for joining us on the last edition of Signature TV 30 Minutes for this week. I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo. In the headlines, Enugu to vaccinate 922,464 residents. APC governors welcome Umahi, say party's reinforcement has started. Newspaper vendors protest colleagues killing in Abuja. Nigerians react to Lai Mohammed's threat to sanction CNN. Nigeria to resume full imports from Niger Republic. And now the details. The Enugu state government has reaffirmed its commitment to tackle and contain the spread of yellow fever in the state. The government made the announcement when it commenced the vaccination of 922,463 residents in the 3 council areas where the outbreak had been confirmed. The Executive Secretary, Enugu State Primary Health Care Development Agency, Dr. George Ugu, disclosed this, said the 3 council areas where the vaccination had commenced were Nsoka, Ibueze North, and Isuzo. Ugu, who maintained that the massive vaccination was meant for people between the ages of 9 months and 44 years, also said that after the ongoing massive vaccination in the affected area councils, there will be an escalation of mass vaccination to about 10 neighboring council areas. Stakeholders in the Niger Delta on Thursday agreed that the Presidential Amnesty Program (PAP) should end after the integration of all the beneficiaries of the scheme. Traditional rulers, political leaders, past and present officers of the Joint National Council and the Joint Youth Council worldwide, who met with the administrator of the program, Colonel Milan Diko, in Yenagoa at the Bayelsa State Capital, urged the federal government to ensure that the program was given the needed financial support. They maintained that the federal government should achieve all benefits for the Presidential Amnesty Program before winding it up. Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri said the government would provide accommodation for the program. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, has advised Nigerians who are not comfortable with the senators in the 9th Senate to vote them out come 2023. He warned that there could be anarchy if the Senate is scrapped, as being demanded by some Nigerians. Lawan stated this on Friday while declaring open a retreat for top management staff of the National Assembly and National Assembly Service Commission in Abuja. The Senate President, while faulting the argument of those who clamored for the scrapping of the Senate because of the perceived jumbo pay being earned by the senators, said the annual budget of the National Assembly is less than 1% of the nation's 2021 budget. On Wednesday, the cable news network CNN released a report on the Lekki tollgate shooting. CNN says the report was based on thorough research and investigation with over 200 respondents in Nigeria and videos uploaded by Nigerians on the internet. The federal government, however, refuted the footage, describing the report as massacre without bodies. Nigeria's Information Minister Lai Mohammed says the footage was misleading and lacks balance, maintaining that CNN should be sanctioned. Correspondent Obi Chibueze and Maduako Chukwudi went to the streets of Abuja to get the reactions of Nigerians.
For a minister to claim that there's a massacre without dead body, he himself also should research his conscience.
How can something be a massacre without body when everything was cleared? People were there, they saw everything, and I think there was this thing they say, CTC was also there, so he monitors everything. So people saw. How can there be massacre without blood or without body?
Totally, I don't agree, because CNN was not there at that particular time in the midnight. Maybe they got information through one way or the other, or through their device. That's what I can say concerning the CNN coverage.
CNN cannot come out to the whole world and lie to the whole world without facts. So CNN gathered everything before they came out to say, yes, there was this or that.
There's no way that he will just stood up on his own personal opinion that they should sanction CNN. It's not possible. CNN is there doing its own work. CNN cannot lie because they are looking at their own integrity.
For Lai Mohammed to say that the CNN should be sanctioned is something that worth laughing. It doesn't even make sense because you know, they have been sanctioning even the local television in Nigeria. They have been sanctioning them, but yet they are still working because you can only cover lies, but you can cover something for just a moment, but you cannot cover it forever.
The chairman of Newspaper Vendors Association of Nigeria in FCT, Etim Eteng, says the association would not allow the killing of their colleague go unpunished. He made this known when newspaper vendors in the Federal Capital Territory on Friday protested the killing of their colleague Ifeanyi Elechi, who was shot dead on Thursday by a security aide to the Speaker, House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila. The vendors, who were carrying placards, demanded justice, insisting that the errant operative, who is believed to be of the Department of State Services, must be brought to book. Meanwhile, the FCT Commissioner of Police, Bala Shiroma, has ordered an investigation into the incident. The federal government is set to resume the importation of petroleum products from Niger Republic to reduce the recurrent issues in the petroleum sector. The Ministry of Petroleum Resources announced this on Thursday. It said the two countries signed a memorandum of understanding for petroleum products, transportation, and storage. The ministry said the memorandum of understanding was signed by the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Malam Mele Kyari, and the Director General of SONIDEP, Mr. Ali Otwone, under the supervision of the two countries' Ministers of State for Petroleum, Timi Priye Silva and Fomokoye Gado. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Friday set December 14th for judgment on a case challenging the primary election that produced Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State as All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the October 10th poll. Justice Okon Abang fixed the date after hearing from parties in the suit instituted by Dr. Nath Adoju Telogo, an APC governorship aspirant in the election. Adeju Telogo, who, along with others, lost the primary election to Akeredolu, had challenged the poll's outcome. He said that the exercise was marred by a grave and substantial non-compliance with the spirit and purposes of the APC's constitution, electoral guidelines, and the Electoral Act 2010 as amended, which affected the outcome of the primary election. President Muhammadu Buhari has received the report of the Justice Ayo Salami-led probe panel on alleged corruption charges against suspended acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, at the State House, Abuja. In a ceremony in the Executive Council chambers of the State House, Justice Salami said reports on the investigation was handed to the President for onward action. The panel was inaugurated by President Buhari in July and given 45 days to carry out the assignment, but the time frame was extended after the panel requested more time. Magu was accused of corruption and abuse of office by the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami. The All Progressive Congress on Friday welcomed the Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi into the party, describing the move as a demonstration to the party's capacity to mobilize all Nigerians. Governors acting under the aegis of Progressive Governors Forum described Umahi's entry into the APC from the opposition People's Democratic Party on Thursday as a homecoming. This was contained in a statement signed by the Progressive Governors Forum Chairman and Governor of Kebbi State, Abubakar Bagudu. Bagudu said that the vision of the founding fathers of the party is for the APC to serve as a platform to unite all Nigerians under a progressive umbrella. He further added that with Chief Umahi now in the APC, the vision is further reinforced and shall contribute to the process of membership and leadership recruitment at all levels. The Senate Committee on Army, led by Mohammed Ndume, says the Armed Forces of Nigeria is faced with a lot of challenges ranging from finance and manpower. He made this known when his committee paid an oversight visit to the Nigerian Army Depot Zaria. He said, though the country was faced with financial challenges, the Senate would, however, make every attempt to give attention to issues affecting the Army. The Commandant, Nigerian Army Depot Zaria, represented by Colonel Ismail Oloyede, disclosed that the Nigerian Army will recruit 18,000 soldiers next year. The Army, he said, that the move was part of efforts to tackle insecurity challenges across the country. Ndume urged Army to engage members of the National Assembly during the recruitment in order to ensure that every part of the country was carried along. And on the foreign scene, South African police on Friday fired tear gas at opposition activists protesting against alleged racism at a Cape Town school where an end of the year dance party was allegedly organized last month for whites only. Anti-riot police aimed tear gas and water cannons towards hundreds of members of the radical leftist Economic Freedom Fighters EFF gathered near the school. Police later told the protest organizers that only 100 people were allowed to march to the school. The protests were the latest of a string of demonstrations against alleged racism at Brackenfell High School following the dance party held sometime in late October. Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, have celebrated their 73rd wedding anniversary. The royals have marked the occasion by releasing a photograph of them reading a card made by their great-grandchildren, Prince George, Prince Charlotte, and Prince Louis. The Queen described her husband as someone who does not take easily to compliments, but has been her strength and stay all these years. The Queen, 94, was 21 when she married Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten on 20th November 1947. The enduring relationship has lasted the longest of any British sovereign. And now for the stock market report. The value and the total deals of stocks traded on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange witnessed a rise at the close of trading on Friday. However, on Thursday, all the indicators, the volume, the value, the all-share index, and the total number of deals closed in the negative. On Friday, the volume of stocks plunged to 344,902,718,000 from 354,920,387 traded on Thursday, a 5.48% fall. The value, however, closed at 4,222,333.57, a 20.67% rise. And the total deals increased from 6,340 traded on Thursday to 6,665. The all-share index also fell from 34,643.65 traded on Thursday to 34,136.82 traded on Friday, a 1.46% fall. Ikeja Hotels PLC topped the gainers chart among other 22 gainers at the close of trading, while Naimet Nigeria PLC was the topmost loser among other 33 losers. Always remember, the second wave of COVID-19 is projected to go up at this time of the year. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distancing, and wear your face masks while going about your daily activities. For more on some of the stories we brought you this evening, go to www.SignatureTV.org. And that's our package for today. I am Vin Martin Obiora Ilo. Thanks for watching.